Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be making some homemade vegetable soup, and instead of using ground beef, I'm going to be using ground turkey. I have that already open there. I have some peppers and onions in the pot already sauteing, and then I'm going to add my meat to that and get that going. And I have some diced tomatoes, vegetable broth, mixed vegetables. I have peeled some potatoes here. And I'm going to get my spices out. This is the perfect day for this because in North Carolina it's very cold and rainy today. So I've been craving some homemade soup. So I said, let me go ahead and get this made today. So I'm going to go ahead and get it together and on my lunch break today and let it simmer while I'm working. So whenever I get off work today at 5, I'm going to run to the gym, come home, take me a nice hot shower. And I'm going to make some cornbread, and my soup will be already done. So we're going to have us a nice hearty bowl of soup and cornbread, and it's going to be so good. So, of course, you guys know with soup, you can kind of make it your own, put whatever you want in it. I'm just going to use mixed vegetables. You can, of course, buy your own carrots and all that and do that. But I didn't have that on hand. I already had mixed vegetables in the cabinet, so I said I'm just going to use what I got. I know a lot of people use celery. I don't have any of that either, but nonetheless, it's still going to be good. And that's the good thing about soup. You can kind of put what you want in it because sometimes you may not like certain things. So you kind of put what you want in your soup and make it your own. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I wanted to do potatoes because I want it to be a nice, hearty, thick soup that's going to really be filling. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will pick you guys up when I get to the next step here. So I just added my meat to the pot, and I'm going to let this brown, make sure it's browned all the way through, and continue to mix it with the vegetables, the peppers and onions, and get that all mixed up together. I'm going to go ahead and season it and let this cook until it's done, and then I'll start adding my other ingredients. The seasonings I'm going to be using in the soup, so you can kind of use whatever you have. I'm going to be using some onion powder, garlic powder, probably add some smoked paprika. I have some black pepper here, salt. This is a little bit of white pepper. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of that. Got some bay leaves for flavor, and I'll probably pull some other stuff out. I got a lot of spices, y'all, so I'll probably pull some other stuff out as needed, but for right now, this is what I pulled out so far to add. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and add some seasoning to our meat and let this cook through. So normally when I do my ground turkey, like if I'm making spaghetti or a lasagna or something like that, I like to use my chopper because I like for the meat to be chopped up really small. But since I'm making soup, I want it to be kind of like hearty and filling, so I'm not going to chop the meat up as much so it can be more like chunky. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and season this up, and we'll pick you guys up when we get to the next step here. Alright y'all, so the meat is pretty much done. There's no pink in there, so we're going to go ahead and start adding our veggies and our tomatoes and our broth and our potatoes, and we're going to let it simmer, like I said, while we're working today. So when I get off, it'll be done, and all I have to do when I get home from the gym is to make my cornbread, and we'll be ready and good to go. Alright you guys, so I got everything added in here. I didn't add all of my cans that I had out. I just added 1 can of corn, 1 can of the mixed vegetables, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and then I added all of my potatoes because, like I said, I love potatoes. I don't know about you guys, but I want my soup to be real hearty and filling, so the potatoes will give it that. So we're going to just go ahead and add some more seasoning, and then we're going to let it just simmer and cook for a while until the potatoes are tender. And then we'll be ready and good to go when we get home from the gym tonight. But so far it looks really good. So I added some more seasoning, and we'll probably add more once it cooks through, and we'll taste it a little bit. So if we need to add more, we can always do that. But I don't want to add too much at one time. I added my bay leaves, and like I said, we're going to let this simmer on low or like a medium to low heat. And until the potatoes are tender, and then we'll be ready to turn that off, and like I said, it'll be ready for later today. Comment down below and let me know how many of you guys like soup and what do you put in yours. because I love soup, but I don't eat it very often. But this was, like I said, the perfect day for it, so I decided to go ahead and make it today. So we'll see. All right, guys, so the soup is ready. So I went to the gym and I turned it off, and then when I got back home, I just have it on low right now, just reheating it, letting it warm up some. I have showered, made my cornbread, so that's in the oven. So as soon as that comes out, we're going to plate it up, and I'll let you guys see what it looks like. I have my favorite little cup ready. I love to use this cup for like chili and soup and stuff like that. So we're going to put our soup here, and we're going to add a piece of cornbread to that, and dinner will be served. So I'll be right back with you guys once the cornbread is out of the oven. So here we go, you guys. The cornbread is out of the oven. We got that here. And then we have our homemade soup with ground turkey, corn, diced tomatoes, mixed veggies, and potatoes. And I cut my potatoes really big because I wanted it to be, like I said, nice and hearty, nice big chunks, so it would be very filling. So there you have it, you guys. Homemade vegetable soup and cornbread. That's today's dinner. Let me know what you guys are having. Thank you so much for watching this video. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.